What's good, y'all? It's your boy Stan of SJ Square Photography, bring you back another Affinity iPad tutorial today. Now, this, as you've seen in the title block already, it's going to be all about, I'm going to show you how to get that Instagram 3D pop for your portraits. This is a technique that I have been using for a while now, and now I'm going to share it to you and show you how to make your photos look like my photos, but also look different from on Instagram, and also bring you some likes. So this is what I want to show you today. Also, I have partnered up with Soundstripe. There's going to be a link down below. Please click that link. This is where I use all my music for my videos. So like I said, click the link below, go check that out, sign up. You will really enjoy them. And you can use all that music royalty free like I do in my videos. They got great sound on there, so please check that out. So enough of that. So let's go ahead and get right into this tutorial right now. As you can see right here, this is my natural photo. Now I'm going to show you what we're going to get this photo to like right now. There it is. I'm going to show you how to get to this point. Now, disclaimer, I did a lot more edits to this photo. As you can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and show you all my layers that I have done to achieve this photo right here. You can take a look at it, pause it, whatever you want to do, and just do it from there. But I'm not going to show you the whole entire thing. I'm just going to show you how to really get that 3D pop for your portraits to make her really stand out from the background. Now, I really can't remember what lens I took this with, so go ahead and check this real quick. Let's see. Okay, I took this with the Tamron 70 to 200 G2 version at 200 millimeters, and as you can see, that really made her pop because I got a nice depth of field from the background, and it really makes her pop already. And of course, if you want to make, you know, your model pop from the background, there's different ways you can do that with low f-stop or having a good distance from your model from the background. So different type of ways to achieve that. But if you can't really achieve it, I'm going to show you how to achieve it in Affinity Photo, just using this very simple technique. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. As of course, you always just want to go ahead and start and duplicate your layer. So that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to duplicate our layer right now. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go to the selection persona. We're going to go to the smart selection, and now all we're going to do is just pretty much go and select her. I like to select the subject. It makes it a little bit easier for me. And then I like to invert my selection so I can do the background. Now, you can do whichever one makes it easier for you. Now, you can go ahead and select the subject, or you can select the background. Doesn't really make a difference. But this is just my workflow and how I found things to make things a little bit more easier. Is I just go ahead and select the subject. Now, once you select the subject, I like to go back and go ahead and hit invert selection, which now I got the background selection. Well, now down here at the bottom, you want to make sure you have your soft edges selected. It helps with the edges, it makes them a little bit softer. So when you make your selection, so what we're going to do now is go straight to refine mask. Now, of course, if you've been following some of my videos, I always use the smart selection a lot and refine my mask. Now, normally this comes up as a red layer overlay over top of this, but sometimes it just be kind of messing up. You know, it's just whatever. It just messes up sometimes. I don't know why it does this on the Affinity Photo on the iPad version, but it just does that. Once it does that, what you probably want to do is just kind of just go ahead and close it out, then reopen it back up to see if it helps you out. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that, but usually what's going to happen is you're going to have a red mask all over your selected subject, which indicates you have the background selected, so you will have a red mask over the portrait, over the model. What we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to go to select new layer, and then we're going to hit apply. And we're going to go ahead and let that do its thing, and it's going to make a new layer of the background by itself with the model cut out. I'm going to show you here once it comes up. Here we go. Now this is our new layer. As you can see, the model's cut out of it. So from here, what you want to do is you want to go to the adjustment layer, and you want to select brightness, and you want to go down here and select vibrance. So now once you got that selected, you want to select both of them by sliding. You want to select and hold and bring it down to the new layer to make it a child layer. So now when we make our adjustments, it's only going to affect the background layer that we have as of right now. So let's cut that back on. So as you can see right now, I'm going to mess with the vibrance. I'm going to go really extreme so you can see the difference right now. So I'm going super extreme. And now we're going to go to brightness. So this is really going to make it 3D pop. Because what you really got to do, all you got to do is just barely brighten that background, and it's naturally going to raise the model up because you're just barely darkening the background. And this is how you get that Instagram 3D pop right here. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and just bring that brightness down, and then I'm going to bring some contrast into it. Now the goal is to also make the lighting in the background still look good while making her pop. So that's really the trick of it. Once you find that balance between the two, that's how you get those great photos. Now, as you can say, I've been doing this technique for a while now. If you go to my Instagram page, you will see this technique being used of why I got this 3D pop going on, because this is the technique that I'm using. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of my pictures I go really exaggerated with it because that's just the way I wanted that picture at that time. But most of the time, I really try to make the balance correct, so you really can't tell how I did this effect. So this is pretty much just what you do. You just go back through and you balance it. Now, once you get finished through all that, and then of course you also got to go back and select the model or your subject, and you got to make small adjustments to her as well to match the background. So selection persona, and then if you go back to reselect and then hit the inverted selection, then you automatically select the model. Now you do the same thing here, except you don't really have to make a new layer. I just like making a new layer for the background, but you can also do the same thing with the model if you choose to do it that way as well. But from here, selecting the adjustments, because once you have her selected, it's automatically going to make a mask already once you got her selected. So so right here, I would probably go to levels to help bring out the contrast and things of that nature. So I would go to levels, and then I would just start making my adjustments to her with my levels, like so. So I can really, really, really fine tune this thing right here. And then if that's not enough, and then I'll also do a brightness and a contrast. It really kind of depends. Like I said, from there, I will fine tune the two to make sure I still have that 3D pop that I like, and it still looks natural without looking crazy. But once again, I do got photos where it looks really, really crazy, where I really make that pop just because I wanted that photo to look that way. Like I said, photography and editing is all subjective. You do it the way you want to do it. That's pretty much about it with this tutorial right here. This is just a quick tutorial, a quick way just to show you how to really, really get that 3D pop, and to also do that if you don't have a low aperture lenses. And this is just another way to do that effect and able to distinguish your work from other people's work. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial this week. I'm going to start trying to make more tutorials, but I've really been focused on behind the scenes because I've really been getting myself into filmmaking. That's the reason why I've just been doing that's why you've been seeing a lot of behind the scenes videos on my channel now. But I'm going to be doing tutorials. I'm going to try to get back to them and do a little bit more. And if you have any suggestions of what you want to see, please leave them in the comment below. I will really appreciate that. And of course, if you like my content, please consider yourself subscribing. I will appreciate that as well. Until the next video, peace.